Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Rahman Darmawan. I am student at Binasaran Informatika from Language Literature. And now I want to explain about the 5 link YouTube for remedial tests. For the first video from Josh Kaufman about how to learn anything. This talk by Gustavo Rocha focus on debunking the myth of the 10,000 hour rule and offers a more practical approach to learning new skills. Here a breakdown of the main points. The first, introduction to the 10,000 hour rule. Roca started by discussing how his life changed when he became a parent, which led him to question how he could find time to learn new things. In the last, he discovered the 10,000 hour rule, popularized by Malcolm Gladwell in his book Outliers, which suggests it takes 10,000 hours of practice to achieve mastery in field. The second, reality check on the 10,000 hour rule. Roca explained that this rule originally applied to achieving expert level performance in highly competitive fields like professional sports or music, not to general learning. He highlights that the 10,000 hour refers to reaching the top of an ultra competitive field, not to learning new skills in general. And the third, the learning curve. Roca introduced the concept of the learning curve, which shows that initial learning is rapid, but progress slows down over time. Research shows that with a bit of practice, people improve quickly and hit a plateau where further improvements require more effort. And the third, the 2-hour rule. Roca proposed a more realistic approach focusing on 20 hours of deliberate practice. He asserted that with the 20 hours of focused practice, one can achieve a reasonable level of proficiency in a new skill such as playing the ukulele. The fifth, method for efficient learning. For the first, deconstruct the skill. Break down the skill into smaller, manageable components. The second, learn enough to self-correct. Gather just enough research to start practicing and correcting mistakes. The third, remove barriers, minimize distraction, and create an environment conducive to practice. And the last, practice for 20 hours. Commit to at least 20 hours of practice to overcome initial frustration and make significant progress. And the sixth, personal example. Roca shares his experience of learning to play the ukulele. He practiced for 20 hours and was able to perform a medley of songs, demonstrating the effectiveness of his method. The seventh, conclusion. The main barrier to learning new skills is often emotional, not intellectual. Overcoming The fear of feeling incompetent and sticking to a structured practice can lead to meaningful progress. Roca encouraged everyone to dedicate it to 20 hours to learning something new, emphasizing that the journey can be enjoyable and fulfilling. In essence, Roca's talk encouraged a more attainable and enjoyable approach to learning new skills, debunking the overly ambitious 10,000 hour rules and promoting a practical to 20 hours method. And now from the second video from Mariana Tenjo about what makes you special. The speaker in this passage shares a personal story about their journey of self-discovery and embracing difference. As a journalist, they recount how their childhood experience in Caracas, Venezuela, and summer camp in Minnesota shaped their understanding of diversity. From early on, they felt the sting of being the other, but they also learned to adapt, make friends, and celebrate what made them unique. The speaker reflects on how their experience of being labeled as different influenced their decision to become a journalist. They explore how society labels such as illegal aliens or third world the humanize people and prevent meaningful dialogue. The story of their Muslim roommate Fatima highlights the speaker's growth from selfishness to empathy, realizing how important it is to understand and appreciate others' difference. The speaker also recounts their move to the United States to study journalism, covering the historic election of President Barack Obama, and later witnessing the 2016 election of Donald Trump. These moments underscore the ongoing racial and social tensions in the US and how the nation of us and them continues to divide people. The most impactful moment in the speaker's life came when their sister was paralyzed in a car accident. The way people treat their sister, reducing her to a poor girl in a wheelchair, depend, depended the speaker's understanding of how people are defined by their difference, but also showed them the importance of imagining oneself beyond what others see. In conclusion, the speaker calls for embracing our difference, celebrating what makes us unique, and defending our shared humanity. They encourage the audience to challenge societal norms, be curious about others, and reject the idea of single normal. The talk ends with a call to celebrate imperfection and human diversity. And now the third video from Matilda Parker about it's okay not have it. It's okay not to have a plan. The speaker shares their journey of pursuing a career in acting, despite coming from a traditional middle-class family that valued a more conventional path in life. The story starts with a humorous anecdote about the friend who cased a celebrity crush, which highlights how life can take unexpected turns. The speaker reflects on their own experience, revealing how their family encouraged them to perform in front, in front of of cast of cast as a child, yet later pressured them to follow a typical career path of finding a stable job after graduation. The speaker admits that they initially followed this plan, even pursuing even management to satisfy both their family expectation and their own interest in being involved in the theater world. However, it was during a theater festival that they realized their true passion was acting. After mustering the courage to convince their family, the speaker embraced their passion even though they weren't sure whether to focus on films, television, or the other. They explained how audition and rejection were a significant part of their journey, drawing a parallel to being rejected by rickshaw drivers in Mumbai. Despite this challenge, the speaker persisted, realizing the silence and persistence were critical to their success. They highlight how the randomness of life can lead to unexpected opportunities, such as creating a cup song video that gained unexpected attention. The message is clear. It's okay to not having everything planned out. They encourage experimentation, embracing failure, and focusing on personal happiness rather than trying to meet everyone else's expectation. By embracing randomness, the speaker found success and fulfillment, urging others to follow their passion and carve their own path in life. And the third video from Stephen Daniel about how to achieve your most ambitious goals. The speaker begins by asking the audience if they could replace an image of Brad Pitt with just a pencil and paper, then contrasts this with the simplicity of drawing a gray square, showing how mastering small simple tasks can build up to complex achievements. He introduced Chuck Close, an artist who used this method to emphasize that becoming a world-class artist is more about the approach than innate talent. The speaker then transitioned to discussing Novak Djokovic's rise to tennis greatness. They explained how Djokovic's success stemmed from improving his decision success rate, or his ability to make slightly better decision in each point, with which led to his extraordinary achievements. The speaker shares his own experience with marginally improvements. He recounts his journey from being a distracted student to excelling academically by breaking tasks into manageable pieces. This approach not only helped him in school but also in his career as a successful illustrator and hedge fund manager. Describes how he applied the same technique to personal goals such as learning German, losing weight through hiking, and completing ambitious challenges like reading 50 books in a year. The, The key was making small, consistent adjustments to his daily routine. The speaker continues with stories about achieving unconventional goals such as learning to knit and eventually become involved in yarn bombing, where he covered public objects in yarn, a project that grew to international scale. His message focused on how minor, manageable change can lead to significant results in any area of life. The underlying them is the power of incremental improvement and decision making in both personal and professional life, demonstrating that anyone can achieve their most ambitious dreams with the right mindset and approach. And the last video from Roxanne Pomeranz about why you didn't know language barriers. The po- the speaker discussed the power of language and its impact on humanity, on human thought and behavior. They start by highlighting the impressive ability of humans to learn multiple languages, especially before the age of 7, a critical period for language acquisitions. The speaker emphasized that children have a natural capacity to learn any language they are exposed to, and argues that if society took advantage of his ability, we could reduce language barriers and perhaps even other societal barriers such as racism, hate crimes, and bullying. The speaker introduced the concept of linguistic relativity, which suggests that the language we speak shapes our thoughts and behavior. They provide example of how different language can influence perception, like the gender association of the word key in German and Spanish. Cultural difference in language, body language, and vocabulary also play a role in shaping thought process. The speaker shares personal anecdotes and stories from friends about how learning new language and phrases, such as falling in love, shifted their understanding of certain concepts. They also talk about the different perceptions of correctness in language like English, Arabic, Hebrew, and Icelandic. Finally, the speaker advocates for increased multilingual education for children, citing a program in Java that promotes peace and cohesion through bilingual education in Arabic and Hebrew. They believe that learning language can foster understanding, reduce prejudice, and enhance empathy, ultimately helping to bridge gaps in society. The talk concludes with a quote from Helen Keller about the transformative power of language. The message is clear: language is not just a tool for communication but also key to understanding the world, shaping thought, and creating meaningful connection. Okay, and that's it from me, and thank you for watching.